Prologue, present day. A deep-sea research vessel discovers a previously unseen chamber inside the Titanic wreck. A mysterious journal is recovered, sealed in a lead container. Marine archaeologist Dr. Elise Carter is called in to examine it. The journal appears to belong to a previously unknown survivor. Strange anomalies are detected near the wreck. Unexplained signals. Elise decides to retrace the journey of the Titanic to uncover the full story. A glimpse of 1912. Flashback to the Titanic's original voyage. Lavish, hopeful, and full of life. A young Irish engineer, Ewan Byrne, boards with a secret, blueprints to sabotage the ship. He's working under pressure from a rival shipping company. Ewan meets 𝗨𝗨𝗿𝗀, a spirited American artist traveling alone. They share an immediate connection that complicates his mission. 𝗨𝗨 sketches passengers and unknowingly draws clues from overheard conversations. Hidden intentions. Ewan tries to stay under the radar while planting small mechanical devices. He begins to doubt his mission as he falls for 𝗨𝗨. Meanwhile, 𝗨𝗨 starts suspecting Ewan is hiding something. First-class passengers discuss strange changes to the ship's design. Captain Smith receives an anonymous note. "You've been set up." Crew members begin to whisper about technical malfunctions. Love amid sabotage. 𝗨𝗨 and Ewan grow close as they explore the ship together. She reveals her past, a runaway from a broken engagement to a powerful banker. Ewan shares his guilt and struggle between love and duty. He plans to disable the devices he planted. The ship's engineer, however, notices tampered systems. A confrontation occurs, and Ewan barely escapes. The iceberg warning. Multiple iceberg warnings are ignored or never delivered. Sabotage communication systems are suspected. Ewan tries to alert the bridge, but is detained by ship security. 𝗨𝗨 pleads with an officer to trust Ewan. They agree to investigate his claims together. Meanwhile, the ship sails directly into danger. Collision course. The Titanic hits the iceberg. Chaos erupts. People scramble. Officers try to maintain order. Ewan breaks free and heads below deck to reverse any sabotage. 𝗨𝗨 helps passengers find life vests and get to boats. Their love becomes a desperate survival pact. Ewan confronts the rival agent still aboard, who sets off more damage. Final moments 𝗨𝗨. Flooding spreads faster than expected. Ewan sacrifices himself to stabilize an engine bulkhead. He tells 𝗨𝗨 to go, slipping a small case into her hands. 𝗨𝗨 boards a lifeboat reluctantly, locking eyes with Ewan one last time. The ship breaks apart and sinks into the dark. Among the survivors, 𝗨𝗨 silently clutches the case. Aftermath. 𝗨𝗨 survives, lands in New York, and disappears from public life. She hides the case in the story for decades. The case contains the journal, detailing Ewan's side of the sabotage and his redemption. She becomes a recluse, painting haunting visions of the Titanic. Unknown to the world, she changes her name and dies in obscurity. Her final journal entry speaks of truth buried in the deep. Back to present, the journal. Dr. Elise translates the journal and uncovers shocking truths. The sabotage wasn't just about business. It was politically motivated. Evidence suggests survivors were silenced. The journal includes diagrams not in any Titanic archive. A photo of a woman resembling Elise's grandmother shocks her. Could 𝗨𝗨 be her ancestor? A personal mission. Elise investigates her family tree and uncovers vague references to 𝗨𝗨𝗿𝗀. She finds a hidden painting signed with 𝗨𝗨's initials. The painting matches one described in the journal. This discovery deepens her resolve to go back to the wreck. She proposes a new expedition to explore the sealed chamber. Skeptics dismiss her theory, but a private donor steps in. Dive into history. The new mission sets out with advanced submersibles. They reach the Titanic's resting place, tension high. The sealed chamber appears to be a hidden vault. Inside are artifacts never seen before. More sketches, letters, and gold insignias. Suddenly, strange interference scrambles their equipment. They uncover a second, smaller wreck nearby. A second ship, Analysis reveals it's a prototype submersible from 1912. Journal notes suggest the rival company attempted an early rescue device. It failed, left forgotten on the ocean floor. Inside the wreck, they find bones and a pendant with 𝗀𝗧's initials. The pendant contains a micro-etched message: he saved them all. The past is no longer a mystery, it's a revelation. The media storm. 𝗧's findings leak to the press and create global headlines. Conspiracy theories, documentaries, and renewed public obsession follow. Old survivors' families speak out about secrets held for decades. 𝗧 is attacked by some for rewriting history. A historic trial is proposed to investigate century-old shipping crimes. Artifacts are moved to a secure facility for analysis. The Vault of Truth. A coded letter from 𝗧 leads 𝗧 to an estate in Ireland. There, she finds dozens of untouched journals and artwork. One painting is clearly of Ewan, smiling. His last words to 𝗧 are quoted on the back of the canvas. The love story becomes the center of the Titanic narrative. A museum exhibit is planned, Echoes of the Deep. New discoveries. The sub-wreck reveals failed rescue technology 30 years ahead of its time. Historians re-examine the shipping rival's role in the Titanic's fate. 𝗧 finds blueprints matching those described in Ewan's journal. It suggests sabotage was real and officially covered up. The world debates what it means for history. 𝗧 pushes for educational reform around maritime history. Political repercussions. Modern shipping conglomerates fear reputational damage. Descendants of those involved file lawsuits. An anonymous whistleblower sends 𝗧 a document, evidence of cover-up efforts. 𝗧 testifies before an international maritime ethics board. She quotes 𝗧's journal: "No ship is unsinkable. 𝗵𝗄𝗏. The case reopens officially. 𝗺𝗪𝗍. During the expedition, 𝗧 grows close to fellow researcher Daniel Wu. Their partnership mirrors 𝗧 and Ewan's, built on passion and truth. They continue to explore Titanic's personal histories. 𝗧 begins sketching again, inspired by 𝗧's legacy. Daniel reveals a hidden interest in marine art. They plan to publish 𝗧 and Ewan's story as a book. Echoes in the Deep. Underwater drones uncover a compartment with preserved personal belongings. Among them, 𝗧's final painting of the ship, half finished. It becomes the symbol of the entire mission. 𝗧 donates her family's archives to the new Titanic Memorial Foundation. The foundation promises transparency and education. 𝗧 and Ewan's story is finally honored. Closure. 𝗧 visits the Titanic site one last time. She drops a waterproof replica of 𝗧's pendant into the ocean. The gesture becomes a global symbol of remembrance. A memorial service is held with descendants of survivors. 𝗧 reads 𝗧's poem aloud. From cold to fire, love rose above. History breathes again with clarity and love. Epilogue. 10 years later. A film based on 𝗧's book wins global acclaim. Students study Titanic not only for tragedy, but for truth. 𝗧 and Daniel now teach together, combining art and science. A young girl visiting the museum asks, "Did 𝗧 survive?" 𝗧 smiles and says, "In more ways than one." The camera pans over the ocean where it all began.